The following stories may have some credible or even confirmed details. However, that doesn't prove there was really any alien encounter, nor am I claiming that any of these stories are true. Number 10. One night, Betty and Barney Hill were driving home from their vacation in Canada. They saw what they first assumed was a shooting star, until it moved upward. The two of them got out of their car, curiosity overtaking their sense of reason for a moment. While they were looking at the UFO, it suddenly veered right at them. Naturally, the two rushed back to their car and took off, but this wasn't the end of their experience. They claimed to have lost 2 hours that they cannot account for. They recalled repressed memories of an abduction while they were hypnotized, and both claimed that their watches stopped after the incident. Number 9. In 2007, Dennis Avahente started waking up to strange noises in his kitchen routinely every night, like pots and pans rustling. Every time he would check, he wouldn't find anything. Then one night, he woke up to a figure standing by his bedroom door. Strangely, he found himself unable to move, as if he were experiencing sleep paralysis. He somehow fell back asleep. The next night, he woke again and saw the same figure, this time much closer and much easier to make out its features. It was tall, skinny, a big long head, and the slightest glow in its eyes. Dennis couldn't move or scream or anything. He watched as the figure slowly left the room, and moments later, he claimed he could move again. The first thing he did was check the window to the backyard, and that's where he claimed to have seen the craft taking off. He was missing a lot of food and fertilizer after the happening. The strange thing, many residents of the town claimed to have seen strange lights at night throughout that week, some even travelers from out of state. For what it's worth, there was also a large circular crevice in the ground, right where Dennis claimed the craft had landed. Number 8. 3 women were driving near Stanford, Kentucky when they were allegedly abducted by aliens. Afterward, all 3 women were given hypnosis sessions, and all of them had the same story. They even took a lie detector test and passed with flying colors. At the very least, they all believed it happened. Even stranger, many people in the area reported a UFO sighting around the same time the women were abducted. Number 7. One man in Texas claims to have escaped from aliens that abducted him. To support his claims, he supplied pictures that he believes to prove the incident happened. While these pictures may prove enough for some, many will need much better pictures to believe in UFOs. Supposedly, a large UFO was seen near the Dyess Air Force Base in Texas, and some witnesses say it's shown up many times in the surrounding area. Others claim to have seen multiple pulsating orbs near the Georgetown area of Texas. These UFOs were all lined up in 2 rows. Then they vanished. Number 6. Peter Corey was asleep on his couch when he woke up to find 2 strange women in his house. One had blonde hair, the other appeared to be Asian, and the blonde one was clearly in charge. The blonde woman pushed his head into her breast several times, which disoriented him, so he bit down on her breast. The woman didn't appear to react or bleed from the injury. Then the women left. Corey later found a blonde hair that was constricting his foreskin. It should be noted that Corey recently suffered a serious head injury, but the hair makes the story harder to explain. Number 5. A woman named Sonia believed that she was abducted, and days later, she saw a helicopter that was piloted by a strange man in black. That same night, her daughter complained about something pulling at her leg. After this, her husband put CCTVs in the house to record any further happenings. Some who saw the video believe her story, but others may not be so easily convinced. The video shows Sonia instantly disappearing. Number 4. Sergeant Moody was stationed in New Mexico when he witnessed a meteor shower. As he was watching, a UFO landed right in front of his car. When Moody tried to run, he couldn't get the car to turn on, and then he passed out. Before everything went black, he thought he saw a humanoid shape inside the craft. There was a large chunk of time he couldn't recall, and he later went under hypnosis in an attempt to uncover these repressed memories. According to these memories, when the aliens tried to abduct him, he slammed one of them with his car and punched another. They still managed to subdue him and performed several experiments on him. Number 3. According to 2 teenagers, they were abducted while working at their summer camp, Buff Ledge. They saw a UFO at the docks and could see aliens inside. Then they were hit by a beam of light and didn't remember anything else. They believed they were taken aboard an alien craft and had various samples taken from their bodies. The aliens didn't have ears or lips and only had slits for noses and webbed fingers. One of the teenagers also recounted them wanting world peace for our planet. Independent investigation found that some people who were unaware of their story reported strange lights at the camp on the same night, and others at the camp have reported being abducted. Number 2. 2 twin sisters reported regularly encountering aliens since they were as young as 5 years old. They claimed they would see a light, and then aliens would enter their room and take them aboard their ship. The girls had their own nickname for the aliens, the Bald Men. One of the twins claimed that during an abduction, the entire spaceship became transparent on the inside, and she could look down at the planet below. This story seemed ridiculous, until one day, an unidentifiable footprint was found outside the twins' window, a footprint not belonging to any known creature on Earth. Number 1. In 1978, a man named Dr. Hopkins had been studying a UFO case when he received a mysterious phone call from a man who claimed to represent a UFO organization, which later proved to be false. When Hopkins agreed to talk, the man was at the door immediately. The man was completely bald, even his eyebrows, and didn't actually have lips, but he tried to hide it by wearing red lipstick. He spoke in a monotone voice and made a coin disappear. Then he told the doctor to cease all research and destroy his evidence. The man behaved as if he were running out of power near the end of the encounter and vanished into a light outside. Hopkins had another encounter with the same man, but a similarly odd woman accompanied him. This time, the man made sexually inappropriate comments in addition to behaving in the same strange robotic manner and disappearing mysteriously. Luckily for Dr. Hopkins, this was his last encounter.